I'm Wei Lin. I'm 31 years old this year. I'm working in a restaurant on top of Swiss Hotel. It's a French fine dining restaurant. I went through the typical Singaporean lifestyle of studying for more than 15 years, 16 years, I'm not sure. I did a business administration degree and graduated looking for a job in a bank. And that was pretty much what most people in my course were doing. I started work in a bank and I worked there for 3 months before I started working in a finance company for another 3 years. And during those 3 years, I actually tried to find the time to go to culinary school, which I did for 2 months. It was a good experience for me because I actually realized that I enjoyed cooking, and probably it was something that I could envision myself doing in future. It wasn't an easy decision for me to take to switch my career into a chef, because obviously it was very different. The money was different, the working hours were different, the job was totally different. But I tried it out for 3 months and then I really enjoyed it. So right now I'm continuing doing it. I think for young people out there who want to try something different like being a chef, there are various ways to do so. And a few of them are maybe helping out at home, cooking at home. Other ways is to even just observe the chefs cooking in restaurants. Like, do they find that interesting even? Do they like the techniques that they show? And even eating out outside more often, I think it's a wonderful way to try out something different. And also, obviously, the traditional path going to culinary school, broadening your knowledge on the whole industry, or even obviously working at restaurants or like in the hawker center, even at hawker centers, helping out, doing a short term like 1 or 2 months. I think that's also perfectly good for yourself. Not only not only in considering as a career, but also to cook nice food for your family or your friends. I think that's also a good thing to do. So I think the critical point that I think I can take away is that working or like observing people or whatever, the most important thing is the reward that you see at the end of it, which is obviously cooking something, showing a good technique in producing that food, and then somebody actually enjoying what you cook. I think that's the immediate satisfaction that you get, as opposed to working in an office job where you actually don't see the immediate reward after you finish a piece of work. I think for me, cooking is not only just about presenting the final dish, it's about the whole process, from sourcing the ingredients, knowing where ingredients come from, to how they're being treated and how they're being broken down into ingredients itself, and also the techniques involved in cooking. What was really interesting or mind-blowing for me was actually the science behind cooking. There's a lot of things like how at certain temperatures meat is actually the most tender, or actually at certain temperatures fish actually cooks perfectly and doesn't overcook. So there's a certain temperature where the proteins in the fish actually coagulate, and that's where the perfect time when you should stop cooking the fish. So that's a few like snippets of like how science applies in cooking, and I think that's something that maybe 10 or 20 years ago people would not have brought into this area, this field. Just one final point to add, which is to always look beyond what you're doing right now. So if you're in school, obviously try to find the time to do something that you haven't done before. Go out with your friends, do something different. So try something different, go out there, meet different people, try different jobs, or like even do a simple part-time job. I think that will really broaden your horizon, give you different perspectives, and maybe you'll find what you really like in future. Chef's life is long hours and crazy, but obviously there are crazy chefs who, I wouldn't say who, but do take drugs, this kind of thing, but just ignore them, because at the end of the day, be professional.